You're watching 12 News Weekend.
And we begin with new developments in last night's officer-involved shooting. The KBI is investigating after a suspect shot and wounded an Ottawa officer. Brady Bowman has been following the details, joins us live from the newsroom. Brady.
Christy, just into the newsroom, we are learning that the injured officer was released from the hospital and is recovering at home. Ottawa police were serving a warrant against a homicide suspect around 5:30 last night. They approached a home where the suspect, 33-year-old Zachary Puel, reportedly opened fire multiple times. The KBI says one of the bullets hit an officer. Paramedics took the wounded policeman to a Kansas City area hospital, and later the suspect was found inside the home, dead by an apparent gunshot wound. KBI says no officers returned fire, but there was a standoff. KBI says the investigation is ongoing and will not release any more details at this time. Christy.
All right, Brady, thank you so much.